What does it mean when my report says I need to use more process time to analyze the incoming message? How much process time should I be using? What does it mean when it says I should be analyzing the message from the top down?
Okay, process time. It's either our friend or it's our enemy. It used to be in the field that we used to talk about using lag time, which insinuated that we were going to lag behind the speaker, and with the hope that we were going to deliver a more effective interpretation by using lag time. I like the term process time because it implies that you're working. So that means you're listening to the incoming message, you're analyzing it, you're thinking about what is the key point the speaker is trying to make, and then you're thinking about how to deliver that in a package that's the most effective. I use the example frequently of an interpreter that I saw on videotape one time. And I use the word interpreter loosely because she was really not qualified to be interpreting at the point when this video was produced. But what she did do was she was listening to a lesson, and it was a lesson about the Great Depression in the 1930s. And as she listened to the talk, she would stand there for fairly long periods of time listening. Then she would sign a complete sentence that was fluent and contained a good amount of information. So what I observed was she was actually listening to this message and pulling out the key points and delivering those in complete sentences, which, if I connected all the sentences that she did deliver, it would look like I had a very good written outline of the teacher's lesson, but I was missing details. So that to me was a really good example of someone using process time for what it's intended to be used, analyzing the message for the teacher's key concepts and then delivering each of those concepts fluently. So I think when we're interpreting, we need to always be thinking about the incoming message and analyzing the message from the top down. And by the top down, we mean the pragmatic intent. So in the EIPA, we have always used this as kind of our symbol for talking about top down. We go, you should be interpreting this way. So you're going from the pragmatic intent to how the message is delivered to specifically what signs you are going to use to deliver those. If you're interpreting and you're thinking about, I hear a word, what is the sign for that word? I hear another word, what is the sign? And I am delivering my message in signs that I'm thinking are equivalent to what the teacher is saying. I'm not thinking about the pragmatic intent. I have to think about what is the teacher's goal and making sure that that is at the forefront of everything that I'm thinking about and planning my delivery from that top-down point rather than the bottom-up. If I'm thinking about top-down processing, that means I'm listening to what is the teacher's key point at this moment. How does this key point connect to the next key point? So that's all about that pragmatics. What is the structure of the teacher's lesson plan, and what are all the details that I need to include? So is there a one-size-fits-all for process time? No, there is not. The more complex the content, the more process time you are going to need to use to be able to fully understand the teacher's incoming message. Again, another thing that helps with that is preparation time. If you're able to get the teacher's lesson plan ahead of time, if you know the curriculum well, if you've had a chance to review the lesson that the students are going to be going over, your process time will be different because you will be prepared. I think about it like your desktop on your computer. If you've pre-planned, you've got all of the information at the forefront of your mind before you begin interpreting. So it's like you're getting all the information up on your desktop before you begin interpreting, which will require you to use less process time, hopefully, because you're better prepared to deliver the interpretation.